The first time I heard about the mission to Ghana, I wanted to go. The second time I decided to go, I went with some friends and we saw the impoverished nature of the country and of the children. And the pastor that we work with through Maranatha Ministries, Pastor Odai, said the biggest thing I could do was build a school for the kids, that would make the biggest change in their lives because the kids don't ever learn to read, write, 99% illiteracy in that country. So I was immediately tugged. My heart was tugged. And education is so important to me. I'm so passionate about it. It's really important that I step out and try to do this. The mission of the Paula Marshall Foundation at this point is to raise enough money to build schools to save the kids. Education is going to be the way to get these people out of poverty. There are people that are 2 hours outside of the city that live basically in the grasslands or the dirt of their previous 5-6 generations of Africans. I really wanted to build a school to test it out to see if it would have the impact that we thought. And today we're seeing, after we built 4, 5, 6, 7 schools now, we're seeing the impact of the economy improving there, the kids growing, the kids learning. When you go to Ghana, you see generations of people who have lived on the same land, on the same plot of land, with the same stuff for 10 generations. It's still run primarily by African chiefs who practice a lot of voodoo magic. And the women are not very well treated. There's a lot of orphanages over there that have turned, to the dark side and have turned into trafficking and sex slavery and those types of things. So when you visit there, you're startled by the step back in time, the lack of progress and the lack of help and support. We've seen our schools make a huge difference in the last 10 years in all of the communities that we're in. The economic benefits are growing. The kids are going out into the city. They're selling their wares. We have one woman who's actually become a pretty famous dress designer, and she was just invited over to Italy to share her garments and what she's made. And we have a gentleman who learned to sing in one of our schools, and he's trying to make it big on the rap scene in Africa. So we have some really great, positive, wonderful role models of some of these kids that have come out and done a whole lot of great stuff. The other thing we didn't realize when we started building schools in Ghana was the shortage of teachers. So the first thing we did was in our VOTEC, we put in a program to train the teachers. Now we have a basically self-supporting. So the minute they come out of VOTEC, they get their certificates, they become teachers, they get a salary, they start teaching. We build another school, the teachers go to that school. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that is so beautiful.
It's my calling to help a child go to school and become a better person. I have this fulfillment, knowing that we are changing a lot of lives in a positive way. Dr. Paula and Bishop are not just building schools, but they are building schools to change lives. Because of you, a child has education. Because of you, a child is not getting pregnant. Because of you, somebody has a dream, and that dream could come true just because of you.
There have been a lot of failures with schools in Africa. There's been a lot of people that have gone and raised a lot of money and done a lot of bad things. So we have to overcome some negative press and some negative publicity. We'd like to raise about $1 million. It doesn't cost as much to build a school in Ghana as it does here. We can build a very, very adequate 10 rooms for about $175,000. So with the $1 million, we can actually build 5 schools, 6 schools. If someone wants to build a high school or to put in something like what we're doing now in Accra, it's about $350,000. So we're not talking millions and millions of dollars for one school. What I can say to people who are considering giving us a gift is your gift is going to go to the work, the mission, training school teachers, teaching our kids to sew, to cook, to be mechanics, home repairmen. I mean, everything you can think of in the world of any kind of VOTEC, any kind of thing they can do to grow. We will be teaching about God. We'll be teaching about Jesus. We'll be teaching about salvation and things like that. We want our kids to know that there's a better life for them than what they know right now. And eventually, we'll make it happen.
When all is done and students are running around in thousands, what a blessing. Thank you once again. May the Lord bless you, bless your family, and bless your generation. God bless you. Amen.
When I go there, Paula is the best.